Hey YouTube, Ryan Melrose, and today I'm here to review a webcomic. And for my first review, I think I'd start out with one of my favorites, the Gamer Cat. For those of you who don't know what Gamer Cat is or never heard of it, Gamer Cat is, well, obviously it's a webcomic, and it's about a talking cat who's obsessed with video games and always finds himself in pretty hilarious situations. And, well, what I really like about the webcomic itself, I like how the art's done. I like how it's very, very cartoony looking. That makes sense. So it's as entertaining as funny stories goes, as well as looks the part as well. And I've been reading them for a couple of years now, since 2015, which is when I started uploading my own webcomic content onto Pastic so people could read it for free, and I found Gamer Cat on there, and I've been reading those. But yeah, they're pretty funny. If you haven't read Gamer Cat before, I do recommend you go onto Pastic and read some Gamer Cat, or you can check out their YouTube channel and read Gamer Cat, their website. But yeah, it's definitely one I recommend, especially if you're in the mood for a laugh. But yeah. The other thing I like about it, I like the design of the characters as well. The character designs are pretty cool. And ultimately, the characters are just really entertaining to look at. The whole thing is just entertaining to look at. It's funny to read, and it definitely puts me in a good mood after I read them. When if I'm having a really bad day, I'll start reading Gamer Cat and I'll start laughing, and I'll forget about whatever my problems are. That's how good the Gamer Cat is, well, as far as my opinion's concerned. Well, for those of you who haven't read Gamer Cat before, I would like you to take a look at this clip from their YouTube channel. I'm not intending any copyright infringements or anything like that, but this is one of my favorite little storylines of the Gamer Cat, and I wanted to share it with you anyway. Let's check it out.
Okay, you can do this. Just make the call. Be honest. Hello. It's me. Look, I need to talk to you about something important. I just wanted to say that you mean so much to me. We don't always get along, and you can make me so angry, and I admit sometimes I take you for granted. We may not be a perfect pair, but we're not a bad match. So I just wanted to tell you that I love you! I think about what you do for me every day, and...
Why does this happen every Valentine's Day?
Was I lying? So yeah, Gamer Cat's definitely one I recommend. I recommend you check it out, and yeah, especially check out their YouTube channel where they got the voice for the cat as well. Definitely. Well, the other thing I wanted to quickly talk about is my own upcoming project. It's a bit of a secret. Sorry, breakfast packing up on me. Um, my new webcomic project is I guess really it's a bit of slice of life, the slice of life genre, and it's called Trapped. And what it's about, it's about how this man going about his everyday life, he take a jog up by the cliffside every day. Well, one day he stepped a little too close to the ledge, enjoying the view, that he ended up slipping, and he ends up falling down the cliff. And the story is about his survival and his struggle to try and free himself, which I came up with the idea for the story while I was actually going for a jog myself, and I remembered a time back in 2013 that I ended up tumbling down a cliff. Luckily, it was like a really steep sort of grassy hillside where I fell, and I landed on sand. Just mind you, I nearly hit the rocks. Well, I was very lucky. But yeah, well anyway, I couldn't climb back up the way I fell because the grass was just too steep and slippery. I kept sliding down, and ultimately the only way I could get out was to actually climb the cliff, to climb the rocks like a mountain climber, and needless to say, that was fucking scary. But it was my only way out. Couldn't call for help. I was stupid enough not to bring my phone with me that day. Big mistake. So the comic's basically, it's based off that real event that happened to me, but I've exaggerated it a bit more to make the story better, and it's gonna be really awesome when you read it, because there's gonna be a bit more to it than just a man falling off a cliff and then, you know, him trying to free himself. It's more or less sort of metaphorically about how in some way some of us feel trapped, and you know, it's sort of going to be about, okay, you've got a choice when you feel trapped. You can either stay trapped, you can either choose to accept it, stay trapped, and inevitably, more than likely die, or die in some way, or you can choose to do something about it. You can keep fighting, you can keep breaking those chains to freedom in whatever situation, you know, whether you're falling down a cliff and stuck down the bottom, or whether it's maybe your cliff is your job, a job you don't like, or maybe something about your life you don't like and you feel trapped in your own life. That's sort of the feel for where I'm going with this. Now, I can't wait for you guys to check it out. And as always, if you want to see more webcomic content, check out my YouTube channel, check out my Selfie page. I've got really cheap downloads on my Selfie channel. Selfie page, sorry. And of course, if you want to look at some of my free stuff, head to my Tapastic page and check it out. Any comics you like there, feel free to share it to your friends, your Facebook pages, social media, all that stuff. And yeah, I'll be back next time with another comic review and some updates.